Hello everyone, this is Shahriyar Chaudhary from Team 6 and today I'll be talking about Sprint 3. So first of all, we got the screenshot from the Trello board, and the task that we kept over here is the first one is the analyze and list Mongo documents, research Mongo capabilities for system catalog, document system catalog for Oracle and MySQL, and then identify features that are not implemented, sprint planning documents, Scrum meeting document, part chart, retro sprint, and the script for the video, and then talking a little bit about Sprint 4. So first of all, we got the part chart as this one is updated version. As we can see, we already covered this thing, the Trello board setup, MongoDB, loaded database. We also did some of the data modeling and reverse engineering last sprint. And then we got the use cases that we made in last sprint. And for this sprint 3, we did the use cases conversions to MongoDB in a way. And then for the sprint 4, we'll be doing Power BI and making the report. For the retro sprint, so in the last sprint we did OES database conversion to MongoDB, and the other one we did was the writing the use cases for MySQL. For what data governance is. So this data governance is basically it protects against cyber attacks and security breaches. It also reduces data management costs. Not only that, it also increases the return on investment on data analytics. It lightens the IT team's data management load, and also not least the main thing is also that it allows to take better decision making and communication, and also makes compliance standard easier to maintain. Then we got the ERD diagram. We updated all these things as you see here, and we got all those employee tables, vendors, and everything. It is updated. Then moving to the next one, which is the capabilities of system catalog for MongoDB. So MongoDB, as we know, is very popular due to its system catalog, and as it lets us to store any kinds of data, retrieve it, and even change the schemas as needed with time. The JSON document that we have, the JSON document model in MongoDB, makes it easy to store different assets and attributes in a single place, and even simple to represent complex hierarchical relations. The dynamic schemas in MongoDB are self-describing, as it lets user add new products and features like recommendation system, and evolve the schemas instantly without taking down the database or impacting the performance. The other one that we see is the Mongo query language, which is really good with text searching and geopastical, as it provides flexible access to the data. Moving to the next video that we have from one of our other team member. Let's play that.
Hey everyone, today we're going to look at data catalog and how there are certain built-in functions within each database that can give us an idea of what the database that within is, and what tables there are, and how everything is settled between the database, right? We're going to be looking at the differences between Microsoft SQL and MongoDB. So as you can see here, I'm going to run this first built-in function, or you can say the data catalog. And this one basically shows us the table names. So these are all the table names within the given database, which is OES. As you can see, we've chosen OES up here. And we can run the same thing on MongoDB, and then we can pull up the metadata for the database that we have, which is OES here. And you can see as here, it says customers, and right here we can see customers, and you can see regions there, and you can see regions right there. So they are a mirror of each other. So we can see that if we look at the data catalog for each one, we can see similar results, which helps us with data governance later on. So for the commands, I have a list of them. So this command here shows us all the collections. This here shows us all the information about the collections. This lists all the collections. This shows us all the databases. This allows us to rename databases. And similar commands exist for Microsoft SQL. The next thing we need to look at today is MongoDB queries, right? So obviously we've already done these similar queries on SQL, but we want to be able to reproduce the data on MongoDB. And as we go through here, we haven't done all the specific cases, but we have done most of them. And I'd like to show you some of them. So this use case here is to list all employees, and if you run this code, if you have the OES database, you can see the result. And we have a bunch of these. We have specific columns for all rows. We're missing calculated fields. We're missing comparison search. No, we're not actually. One of my teammates have actually done that. All the white ones are Abdurrahman from my team, and all the black ones is me. And see, you can see he's done a bunch of them. This one's mine. But for each use case or for each query, we have the use case, we have the code, and then we have the result. We're not done with all of them, but we've done with most of them, and we've done the hard ones. So for the MongoDB functions, these are basically functions that are built into SQL databases. But for MongoDB, you have to use slightly different code to get a similar result. And I have gone through all of them, and I have made all the results. Thank you. You guys have a great day.
All right, the other video from the other team member.
Hello everyone, today I will run some of the queries in MongoDB and explain what is the use cases. The first query we have comparison search condition, and the use case comparison operator are used in condition that compare an expression with others. And here it show you here is the query, and here it shows the table result. And for example, here the table ID and the description and the created date. The second query is compound comparison search condition, and the use case you can combine any two prototype with an AND and OR. In addition, you can use the NOT keyboard to specify that the search condition that you want is a negated value of the specified search condition. And here is the query, and it show you the result table here. And this is my third query. It's a range search condition. And the use case, the operator select value within a given range. And here is the query code, and it show you the range of the table. And here is my fourth query. It's pattern matching, and the use case for it SQL pattern matching enable you to use underscore to match any single character, and present to match any arbitrary number of character. And here is the query, and it show you the result table here. And here is my fifth query, and the use case in SQL order by class. We need to define ascending or descending order in which result need to be stored. And here is the query code, and I just run it and showing the result.
All right, that was from the other team member. We met 3 times last week. The meeting 1 and 2 was during the class hours. We worked on the use cases for MongoDB and then worked on the data governance ideas. For the next meeting, we continued the use cases to work on the use cases, and then worked on the analyzing and listing the documents for MongoDB, and research on and then continued the research on Mongo catalogs capabilities. And then the last meeting, we worked on the part charts, Scrum documents, and video scripting. The last slide, we have the team members available hours versus actual hours. So we had 15 hours available, but we kind of put around 10 hours, and that is it. Thank you.